So this is part 2 of day 340, the inspirational cards and thoughts. The Life Loves You card. I create my future today. The power to change is in the now. It's not in the past. It's not in the future. We can create our future by setting our intentions and end goals from this point on. Where we are now is where we have arrived because of our thoughts, beliefs, actions, or inactions. And going forward from here, we can change the outcome and work towards our end goals. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. So what is it that you want to do, have, or be? Start taking small steps in that direction and you will get there. One step at a time, one day at a time. The Chakra Insights Oracle card today is forgiveness, letting go, healing, growth, compassion. So that may be something you could start with. Forgiveness, forgiving yourself and others, and creating the space and moving forward with that. Forgiveness, letting go, healing, growth, compassion. Let go of unresolved grief and blame toward yourself and others. The path of freedom awaits. Card message. It is time to let go of unresolved grief and blame towards yourself and others. When we cling to pain and grievance, we create blockages in our heart that dampen our energy and experience. Even if we believe we are justified in holding back forgiveness, in the end, we are the ones who suffer the most. Like a fragile wound freshly cleaned, when we release old anger and resentment, we may at first feel raw and vulnerable. It is here in our vulnerability that we are wide open and sensitive enough to truly allow healing to begin. In this letting go, there is a strength and lightness of being that has the power to transform. This card is an invitation to allow the energy of forgiveness to move through you. If you've not had the chance to fully express your grief or anger, you may wish to write down your feelings, cry, or even yell if you need to. Express what comes up for you and then be willing to let it go. Move through the emotion. Allow the energy to flow. Express what comes up for you and then be willing to let it go. Whatever it is, it does not need to define who you are, nor does it deserve to burden your heart any longer. Look at what you have learned and how you have grown from your openness. See the situation, yourself and others, with compassion and empathy. Recognize that we are all human and that mistakes actually lead to our growth and better understanding of each other. Look for the positive. Forgiveness does not mean that you agree with whatever has occurred. It just means you choose to accept things as they are and realize that they are now in the past. Be grateful for the new understanding and perspective you have on things. Trust and allow all of life's imperfections, including your own, to be released into the breeze, where they may spiral their way lightly back to the earth. See yourself being free and set yourself free through forgiveness. Very powerful indeed. So it's forgiving others as well as yourself. The mindfulness affirmation cards is beautiful. Believe. It is incredible the way we can change outcomes through our approach to what we believe. If we believe we fail, we are more likely to fail. If we believe we can be triumphant, then we are more likely to triumph. Always monitor where your thoughts are, and when the wrong thought comes along, replace it with a positive belief. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Believe you can Learn what you need to if things do not go your way. It is important to believe the best and the most positive. It is possible and believe you are loved and supported. Affirmations. I believe that I can keep a positive mindset. I believe that I can learn from negative experiences. Wow. The power of belief. Yes, I think there was a book by Wayne Dyer, something along the lines of you will see it when you believe it, and not what we tend to sometimes hear, which is I'll believe it when I see it. So if you see it in your mind's eye, it can become your reality. So see it and believe it. It doesn't matter how big it is or small it is, but it is really important to have the belief, and then we see it, because the belief is something we can create in our imagination. We can imagine this situation, we can write in a journal, or maybe even do a thank you gratitude letter to the universe saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then go on and describe what it is that you're wanting to experience and have in your life experience, and thank the universe. You move into the energy of having it instead of waiting for it. Empowering questions by Empowering Gems. What is the best decision you have ever made? What is the best decision you have ever made? I think there's loads of best decisions I have made, but the best one I can think of is a time when I decided to be true to myself and honor what I was picking up in terms of my intuition, and still balancing it with logic, but to trust my intuition more. It's got me into a few situations where it could have turned out very different, but having the faith that I had made the right choice and sticking by it, saying this is what I feel and believe, got me through that. So it is important. Whatever feels right for you, go with that. So what is the best decision you have ever made? Make a list and then go back and reflect on when you made those decisions, what were you basing your choices on? Intuition or logic, or a bit of both? The Divine Doors card today, oh, this is beautiful. It's actually like the door of the house I grew up in India. Metal. Except the one that the house I grew up in is now a steel grey and not that colourful as in the picture. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Yes, make bold, determined choices. The language of letting go. Setting my own course. Today I will realize that I am powerless over other people's expectations of me. I'll think about what I want and consider that how I respond to others' needs will affect the course of my life. I will own my power and choose the course that's right for me. Love it. Ties in with the other one. So thank you very much for listening, watching, and your support. I wish you a happy and balanced day ahead. Looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Until then, my dear friends, take care, be safe, remain well. Namaste.